Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about narcissistic mothers and mother and daughter relationship. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So let me briefly explain you what a narcissist is. A narcissist is someone who is obsessed about himself or herself. His problem is the biggest one. What he has suffered is the biggest of the suffering. He is the most intelligent one. He is the entitled one. He deserves, all that great treatment. He deserves special treatment, and everyone is there to serve them. He or she doesn't have to show empathy. They lack empathy in general, but some of them are so manipulative they even use empathy as well. So these narcissists are overall insecure, selfish beings, and in that entire process they really destroy lives of people, be it whoever, either their daughter, son, husband, wife, mother, father, whatever relationship it is. These narcissists destroy the other person in the relationship on an emotional level, psychological level, spiritual level, physical level, whatever levels are out there. These narcissists will destroy you at each and every level. Yeah, so that's how destructive and evil and hurtful these narcissists are. So let us understand, some of the signs of a narcissistic mother and, mother and daughter relationship. So the first sign that we can see in such a relationship is that these narcissistic mothers will redirect and divert the conversation back at them. So if a daughter is approaching their mother and asking that mom, I'm not feeling good about something, the mother is going to gaslight her and say, what, you're not feeling good about it? Have you ever wondered how I would have had felt? I didn't feel like that. I think you're overacting. So there is a lot of gaslighting and devaluation, and this narcissistic mother minimizes. She doesn't listen. All of the conversation goes back to her, her suffering, what challenges this mother faced, the narcissistic mother, and how she felt. So the daughter might also say that mom, my friend didn't treat me right, I'm feeling not that great. So the mother is going to say, oh, your friend didn't treat you well, so you're feeling bad. Have you ever wondered, when you don't listen to me, how I feel? Again, the conversation goes back to the narcissistic mother. So that is how it is. There is no healthy conversation where you can share, express, and be yourself. No. The conversation has to be in and around her only. She has to be the center of universe, or she has to be the center of conversation, whatever it is. So there is no empathy. She doesn't care how the daughter feels. She doesn't listen to it. Instead she goes on gaslighting, and instead she goes on praising her own self, that how her sacrifice is the greatest, how her emotion is more important, how she felt is more important, not how the daughter feels. Yeah, so whatever the daughter feels, that is overacting, or that is not of importance. So the next thing that you can see with these narcissistic mothers is that these narcissistic mothers are all the time competing with their daughter. It's almost like a competition in the house. The narcissistic mother has to keep on overpowering and keep on proving that she's better than the daughter to the rest of the family member. Even in friend circle, neighbor, extended family, this competition is there. The daughter is not in that competition, but the mother is there, that I can do things better, I have studied better, I have faced a lot, I can look better, I can make better breakfast than her. So it's all the time competition, where she wants to prove that she's better than her because she's the mother. Yeah, and she might never be at her level. The daughter might never be at her level. Yeah, and she's the best. that craving for admiration and validation, and feeling entitled and feeling great and feeling someone who is of extreme value and importance. So that is there. These narcissists are quite twisted, and especially these narcissistic mothers, they are nightmare. The next thing that you can observe with these narcissistic mother is that they make their daughters feel as if they are burden, and they shouldn't have been born in the first place. Yes, this is how demonic and how evil these narcissistic mothers are. They really don't care how the child feels. Yeah, and she sees her daughter as her competition, so she doesn't hesitate in minimizing her and telling her and gaslighting her that well, if you wouldn't have been born, it would have been better. You're just a burden, you can't do anything right, you're worthless. Look at your brother. He does it so well. So these narcissistic mothers are very jealous of their daughter in general, and they don't love their daughter. Sometimes they might put up a show that, yes, I love my daughter a lot in public, in front of the extended families. They can show they're very concerned, very possessive, but inside they hate. They don't love their daughter. They are possessive. They see their daughter as an extension, but there is no empathy and there is no unconditional love. Things are very give and take kinds, conditional. So it's not healthy. There is a lot of toxicity in relationship between a mother who's a narcissist and the daughter. The next thing that you can observe is that there is failure to protect the daughter from harmful individuals. Yeah, and this is because of this contempt, yeah, and vengeance inside of this mother, narcissistic mother. She really doesn't care when someone hurts or abuses her daughter. Instead, she would justify and she would say, well, you deserved it. Ideally, a healthy parent should stand in support of their children. They shouldn't have this contempt and vengeance against their own children. That is horrible. That is evil. But that's how these narcissistic mothers are. They really don't hesitate in taking sides with the perpetrators or the abusers, and justifying that, well, you were not listening. See, I never did anything to you. You never listened to me. But not everyone is going to tolerate and put up with your shit. So he did what he had to do. I don't see anything wrong. So this mother never takes the side of the daughter. Even if someone else comes and hurts her, she is going to sideline with the perpetrator, but she's never going to take side of the daughter. Yeah. And again, she's going to go on ruminating and talking about the same thing. You never listened to me. See what you have done. You have to face it. Yeah. Imagine how I would have had felt when you were going against me, but now this is your decision. You have to face it as it is. You were a stubborn child. I don't see anything wrong if he's treating you miserably. This is the extent that you can see, the extent of this hatred, the contempt inside of these narcissistic mothers for their own child, for their own daughter. So the next thing that you can observe is that the narcissistic mother is not emotionally available in the relationship, and that is one of the reasons why the daughter of narcissistic mothers, they look for that comfort, that emotional availability in others, and then they fall trap into wrong relationships also. But it is because of the emotional unavailability of these narcissistic mothers, because narcissistic mothers are all the time busy cooking stories, talking about themselves, seeking validation, magnifying their problems, guilt tripping you, trying to control you, gaslighting you, and that is how it is. Yeah. So if a person is busy in so many other things, how would such a parent be available for the daughter? But that's how it is. The next thing that you can observe is that these narcissistic mothers are very controlling. They'll decide what you have to wear, what you'll have to eat, what you'll have to do, what you don't have to do. And in case if you have said no to something, they're going to guilt trip you, make you feel miserable. They're going to put up drama in the house that you're not listening, and they are going to, tell your other siblings or other relatives that how difficult you are as a child. You don't listen, despite she has sacrificed and done so much for you, still you don't pay heed to her words. So that is also something that you can see when you are dealing, or when you grow up with a narcissistic mother. The next sign that you can see is that these narcissistic mothers are going to keep on talking about the debt, you know a debt that can never be repaid. Yeah, a debt that this daughter has, all the sacrifices that the narcissistic mother has done, giving birth to her, raising her, all things that the mother has done, it is a debt that can never be repaid. So I see it as a lot of this guilt tripping, gaslighting, and parenting is not about payback, and or rather any relationship is not about payback. You do your part, the other one does their part. That is it. That is how a healthy relationship functions. But with these narcissistic mothers, they are going to keep on telling you that how much they have done, and how they fought with others to provide you, how she convinced the father, how she pressured the father to send you to a good school, and you can never pay her back. So it's horrible, it's very toxic. And I mean, I have written about all of this in my book, Surviving Narcissism, The Devil on Your Back. And that is what these narcissists are. They are pure evil and devil people. And they really don't know what damage they are doing to the others. They are absolutely insensitive and they really don't care. That is how they are. So the next thing that you can observe is that, these narcissistic mothers use love as reward. Yeah, so when you do what these narcissistic mothers want you to do, they will reward you with a little bit of love. The love is not unconditional. The love is conditional. Yeah, only when you do what they want you to do, they are going to love you a little bit. If you don't, they will go against you, they will hate you, and they will try their level best to teach you a lesson. So if a daughter denies something, that hey mom, I really don't want to do this, I can't do this, if a daughter says no, the mother is having so much of contempt and vengeance inside. These narcissistic mothers, they are going to make sure that they put up a drama or a scene, or get someone to scold the daughter or abuse the daughter, or someone who comes into the scene and drama as well, and who engages with the narcissistic mother, and again gaslights and abuses and torments the daughter. So these narcissists have a lot of vengeance and contempt, and as we know, contempt is a soul killer. So I mean, towards your own child, it's very difficult for me to process, but that's how these narcissists are. It doesn't matter whether it's their child, their husband, their wife, whatever. They will do anything to teach you a lesson if you go against them and if you say no to them. So the last sign is boundary violations. So there is no boundary or limitations in general when you have a narcissistic mother. These mothers would search daughter's room. There is no privacy. These mothers would engage in eavesdropping when the daughter is talking to the other sibling or to her friend or to her father. This mother is going to eavesdrop and try and find out more. And there is no privacy at all. There is no healthy space. This mother is all over. She just keeps running all over the daughter, and that's how it is. So as it is, we know that narcissists feel entitled, and how can a narcissistic mother be different? Yeah, so these narcissistic mothers are real heartless mothers. They really don't feel and they don't have empathy towards the daughter. The daughter is just a mere extension of their ego, and the daughter is a supply who has to keep on admiring the mother, keep on praising the mother, keep on thanking the mother, keep on worshipping the mother. So yes, that was it all about narcissistic mothers and their dynamics with the daughter. Yeah, so this was it. This is how narcissistic mothers are. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below, and please like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell, and take care of yourself. Say no to abuse, say no to toxicity, and try and stay away from narcissists. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.